between each jump. So like, for example, I think it was in constants. Yeah. So from lesson 3 to 4, it seems like that was a pretty big jump. I'm gonna add a bit of a transition here. So we're gonna copy that and put it here. 4 will instead be 5. Okay. Well, let's first go over what was 1. Const. So we're just explaining const. Lesson 2, we're saying you can assign numbers in addition to strings. 3, we're saying you can assign booleans. So 4, I think I might want to explain let. Because in 5, we are changing a variable. So if we look at how that looks here, yeah, I mean, this doesn't really even make much sense as it is, because this could have been a let, and then we just reassign number of barracks. So let's do let in lesson 4. Explanation. Let is similar to const. Let similar to const. But const in that you can assign a value to the variable. However, with const, short for constant, you are not allowed to change the value. Whereas with let, you can reassign a new value to the variable. Okay, so we're gonna say, we'll just do let. So maybe it should be more similar to the lesson right before it. So we could say let is barracks equal true, or something like that. Let is, wait, probably want the /n, okay. Let is barracks equal false /n is barracks equal true. Similar thing here. Character will equal scout. Oh wait, character equals like character equals, I'm not sure. Character equals scout. So we could do the same for penguin and slinger. Oops, don't need that. the word let is similar to const in that it enables you to assign a value to the variable. However, with const, short for constant, you are prevented from changing the value. You are prevented from changing the value, period. Whereas with let, you are allowed to reassign a new value to the variable. Okay, and we're gonna tweak this one. Const building equal barracks /n let number of barracks equals 0. Building triple equal barracks number of barracks equals 1. Okay. Const character equals blah 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 /n let number of barracks equal 0 if da 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 number of scouts equals 1. Same thing. Oh yeah, I said barracks, number of scouts. Number of penguins equals 0. Slinger /n let number of slingers equals 0. Okay. Definitely code conditional. The code between the curly braces run only when the stuff between the parentheses is true. Okay, so let's check out lesson 4 now. Okay. Let is barracks equal false. Is barracks equal true. The word let is similar to const in that it enables you to assign a value to the variable. However, with const, short for constant, you are prevented from changing the value. Whereas with let, you are allowed to reassign a new value to the variable. Okay. And what about lesson 5? Let's double check if everything is correct. Let character equal, I'm not sure. Character equals scout. This seems kind of pointless as it is. I should probably add an explanation that it will be useful in the next lesson. /n. This may seem pointless at the moment, but we will see. Next lesson, we'll see why this is useful. Conditional logic. Servers down, restart. Okay. Huh. I was expecting a line break. That didn't happen. /n. I don't know. Well, it's okay for now. The word let is similar to const, blah, blah, blah. This may seem pointless at the moment, but in the next lesson, you'll learn how this is useful. when combined. When combined with conditional logic. All right, let's go to lesson 5. WW lesson, no, I forgot where. Lesson, no, level, yes. 5. Actually, one of them could be 4, and that's okay. So I'll see both at the same time. Okay, so let is barracks equals false is barracks equals true. Const building equal barracks, let number of barracks equal 0. If building triple equals barracks, number of barracks equals 1. Okay. The word what is a constant and number of units. Assign a value to the variable. However, with short for constant, you are prevented from changing value. Whereas with let, you are allowed to reassign a new value to the variable. This may seem pointless at the moment, but in the next lesson, you will learn how this is useful when combined with conditional logic. If the if statement allows you to execute code conditionally, the code between the curly braces run only when the stuff between the parentheses is true. It feels like the next logical lesson would be else, if, and then after that, else. Oh, this is gonna grow. Like, that's a lot of typing. But I guess that's okay. This was expected to grow. But maybe I don't even bother writing the next lesson yet, because this is only meant for the prototype, and people will probably not even get this far. So we'll stop at lesson 5 for now. Let's just double check that all the copy is right. Okay, that's cute. Let's make a barracks. Right. Oh, actually, I think what's missing here is the character's description. So like when I select these, it should be an explanation of why create this character, what's it good for. I think I will make that a separate ticket. And, whoops, Notion. Character description. I can either opt to show the character's stats. Where would that be? I think that was constant. No, I forgot where it is. This is why I would prefer to work on a project daily and not once a week. Gotta catch up on stuff. What can I global search? Slinger, maybe something like that would come up. No. No. I'm probably importing. Oh wait, that's web, that's why. So if I look for constants here, still no. Darn. What if I look up Slinger : seed? There we go. So I can opt to show like its power and accuracy range. Maybe even a small description that I could add to the scout object. Since it's just seed data, that should be easy, but would it be too much text? Like, considering there's already code that you have to type. So maybe just the stats. Yeah, let's just do stats for now, and if we feel like adding a description, we'll do that later on. If that's the case, then we can just do that in the front end. In info container, probably where? Right above this. Type the following code. Okay, yeah. So we'll select the thing. It'll have showcase the stats. Okay, return player custom button options. It's just an image right now, so I probably where would be a good spot? Instruction is this thing, so right above here. Probably something like, let's see. HP, power, accuracy, range, cost. Okay. Group is unit, title scout. Alright, so we want HP, power, accuracy, range, cost. Oops. HP, power, accuracy, range. Snow. Okay. And where would we get this information from? Because the seed data is an API, not in the front end. So I can either copy this, which I prefer not to, or I could make this part of the DB and this information gets sent to the front end, which I also don't like. I wonder what's in options. Let's go back here. Info container, right? Where's that options? .map. Let's console log options. That might have what I want. Okay. Nope, that's just a string. Darn it. What if, however I'm getting these options, I send the whole object instead of just a string? So like, where am I getting options from? Options. Object.keys less Lessons. Current player level. Selected building dot title. What? Constants. Lessons. Oh, I'm getting it from here. Shit. That's not gonna work. Okay. What do I want to do? I guess I'm gonna take this stuff. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks. Because then I'm gonna have it in two places. For the short term, I'll do it. Oh, I really don't want to. Anyway, I could send this to the front end in a place that makes sense. So like, alright, fine. Let's go to the front end, app. What's happening? Create game, awareness, create building, create unit, move unit. Perhaps create game and join game. I could send the seed data one time, and then the front end would have it. Yeah, let's do that. But I could also just attach it to the game object. But then I'd be sending redundant information. State game. You know, I think I'll do it though. So wherever we have game, game.create resource points. And I would have to start with our schema. Game, steps, game schema. So here we have units. I guess let's start with seed. Units would be an array of unit. Buildings would be an array of building. Player unit building seed. Okay, so we're gonna need to go to seed, make sure that's right. Seed has units and buildings. Okay, so if we go back to game schema, we have units and buildings. Right, let's go to types. Game now has seed. Units would be units. Array. Buildings. Building array. That'll be the same for the front end. Okay, and then when we create game, which happens in here. Game instance. Resource point seed. Units would be seed dot units. Buildings. Seed dot buildings. Okay. So in the front end, info container, we have game.seed. Okay. So we don't care about options, but we do care about game.seed dot something. Selected option, is that right? Options dot map. What's available here? Selected options, code set code options. Why is it plural? Selected options. Selected options, selected building. Selected building, dot title. With selected building, dot title. Options, dot map. Selected options, I guess it would be this. So that .hp, I'm totally guessing. Perhaps HP of undefined. Okay. Game.seed, dot units, and then that. Nope. So let's look at what we receive from create game. Seed units. Oh, I see. This is empty. So is that. That's not right. I wonder why. Resource point seed dot units. Seed dot buildings. Key string stats. And let's go to seed. Units is an object. I think the type is wrong. Units. Key string stats. And this is the right type. Actually, I think I should export interface seed. Go to hold on. So units is key string stats. Ah, got it. is stats in here? Yes. Okay. Okay. So this is not an array, first of all. It's an object with, oh boy, how do I do that? String, I have no idea. String, that's not allowed. Stats. Huh. I'm not sure if that's really doing the job though. Oops. Okay, so the thing is, these weren't complete unit or building objects, they were just stats, which means in types, we're gonna have to change that too. It's pretty much gonna be type seed, which I can now import. Well, if the interfaces are here, I should probably actually just put it here and export to seed. Export interface seed key, which is a string of stats. Okay. And we're gonna copy types and paste. Okay, and I'm pretty sure this is not right, so I'm gonna create a const seed equals, what would make sense? Buildings, or actually units. I guess it would be all of them, huh? So, what did I have in seed? Scout, penguin, slinger. I wonder if I want, nah, that's fine. Okay. So game will have seed units. Should this be caps or not caps? I don't know. Seed units. Scout. Let's not do caps. All caps. Scout. Goodness. Would be stats. Penguin. Stats. Slinger. Stats. Buildings. Headquarters. Stats. Barracks. Stats. this will be seed. And then inside of seed, these can be lowercase now. Units, scout, penguin, planner, buildings, head, quarters, barracks. Okay. What? Stats is declared but never used. Why is this red? Units does not. Oh, okay. So let's go to types. Units, buildings. Whoops. Okay, that will resolve that, but I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have to make some changes here. Seed will be buildings. Okay, let's try this. Better. Okay. No, that is all the stuff. Good. So okay. Cannot read property HP of undefined. So we're saying game.seed dot units, whatever that turns out to be. I should probably console log that. And then .hp, okay. So info container. This should probably only happen if selected option, selected building.title is true. Oh boy. Let's also console log whatever that is. Barracks. Oh, I see. So it's not always units. It is dependent on what is selected. How to go about that? So it's either building or units. All right, selected options. It doesn't say whether it's a building or a unit. What I can do is, where did it go? Selected options, and maybe don't need that. But what I will need is .hp question mark that, otherwise buildings. That looks insane. Let's just see if it works, and if it does, I'll clean it up. Unfortunately, it did. Darn it. I was hoping there would be another way. How about take that, and we call this const selected option. Don't want .hp. We do want the whole object. Okay, that'll do. Selected option would be our object.hp. Hold on, that's redundant. Delete that and that, and we'll just do it here. Maybe I was wrong. Wait, huh? Go back. Actually, does that make sense? I think it does. Okay. So we want selected option.power. Cost.snow. Okay. HP power accuracy range snow. Let's do a space and why is this so tiny? Oh, this is why. So perhaps the title might be nice, yes. Selected option.title. br. Okay. I can do some alignment stuff later. Feels like a lot of info, and I could also just wait on the design to come in. So right now I'm just putting everything on the screen. Okay, scout, rate 05, 200. Type the following code to build a barracks. Let's make this barracks and then check if everything looks okay inside of the options. So where did it go? Where's the barracks? It didn't happen. What happened? That was weird. Let's try it on this side. Const building equal barracks. Let number of barracks equal 0. If building triple equal barracks. Number of barracks equal 1. Oh no, I deleted all of it. Undo? No, oh shit. Where is this barracks? It didn't create. That's not good. No request was made. Oh, error. Cannot read property barracks of undefined create building. Ah, I see. C dot buildings. No longer need to do to uppercase. Okay. There we go. Okay, so that looks correct, and that looks correct. Okay, type the following code to send a slinger. Let's try. Let character equal, I am not sure. Character equal slinger. That didn't happen. Something's wrong in the API. What? Actually, that just didn't happen because the text is still here. Which means something's not right. Okay. Okay. When do we create a new thing? I think it's here somewhere. what are my options? Containers, forms, code form. Validation, handle, submit, form component. I think it's on change. Handle change. No. Oh boy. Snowball structure, character, code form. Let's try this side. Const building. Oh wait, I have rapid development on, which means I can just do that. Yeah, there we go. Penguin, I could just type P. That worked. Slinger, S. But what if I actually type the whole thing? Character equals slinger. Let number of slingers equal 0 if character triple equals slinger. Number of slingers equal 1. That works. So what the heck happened here? Oh, I hit enter. So if it's not exactly the same, which includes an enter, then weird stuff happens. So I guess that's, I mean, it's, and I'll worry about that later. So what was I originally doing? This stuff, right? So it's there and it all looks correct and the app still functions. Well, then I think we're okay now. I'm gonna call it a wrap. We updated our lesson plan. Where was that? Constants. Here. That was the goal. And we have 5 lessons. For prototype, I think this will be enough. Sweet, so I'm gonna take a lunch break and I'll be right back. This was what we were doing, building this game that teaches people code. So let's see what's up on the agenda. Okay, so by default we are adding 1 resource per second. We're gonna adjust that number to 5 per second, but then at the same time we're gonna increase the cost by 5 too. And the reason why, even though it equates to the same thing at the end of the day, is so when you capture this resource point, we want to only add 1. So there's only 1/5 increase in your points growth. Otherwise, it could be out of balance. Like if someone captured a point, suddenly they double their resources income. That would be unfair. So we're gonna tweak those numbers. Let's go to API, and oh boy, where does that even happen? Probably in a set interval. What's the global search set interval? It's commented out. Maybe set timeout. Okay, there's 3. Probably not that one. Move unit, awareness, maybe. Is there a plus equal anywhere or +1? Oh, here we go. So instead of +1, this will be +5. And then the cost speed is gonna multiply by 5. So this will be 25, 35, 40. Cost 0. Oh yeah, that's the headquarters. You get that for free. And then that'll be 1,000. And let's double check that that's correct. Okay, we've got const building. Oh, I could just look at it. Good. Snow 1,000. confusing. Like, what the hell is snow? Maybe I could say cost 25 snow. Or I could use the image. Yeah, let's do that. So go back to front end. Info container, I believe. Let's call this cost. And then there should be an image somewhere. Here we go. Probably gonna need a CSS that. Class name snow. Okay. Let's give this a class name. Class name selected option details. What is its parent? Let's just look at the UI. Info container there, and let's say this was with 50 pixels. Something like that. Okay. We have info container and then our div p image. Info container option button. Okay, so here dot selected option details. P image. Okay. I think maybe dot snow. With 7v. I would say this would be 5. And maybe lower it. No, align. Self flex and display flex. Okay, maybe not end. We'll say center. Okay, I'm fine with that. But that looks weird. Yeah, that's not good. Maybe it shouldn't be dynamic. Let's just say 25 pixels. Okay, that's better. Can I say height instead? Yeah, let's do height. Height 1em. There we go. Okay. So cost, HP power accuracy range cost. And let's make a barracks. It's not working. Let's refresh. Server's down. Okay. Where's the building? Capture resource point not found. Oh yeah, it was a work in progress. Oops. Okay. For some reason, that's not working. Data action, create building. Let's go to create building. This isn't happening. Let's console log building. Okay, this never happened. Snow updated. Ah, not enough snow. There should probably be some kind of indication that there's not enough snow. I'll make that a future ticket. Indicate not enough snow. Maybe if there's not enough snow, I don't know, we'll think about it later. But that also means in the beginning we need to multiply whatever resource we have by 5, like what we start with. That would be resource snow 250. That should be 1,000. No, that's 4. So 125. Okay. There we go. So we have barracks, and that looks okay. 70, 100, 5, 6, 1, 2. Okay. So that's done. Auto resource 5, and is that happening? Yes, it is going up by 5. Good. So next up would be this weird bug. We'll take a look at it. Where when this guy reaches this spot, he teleports. Yep, he does something weird like that, and it goes there. So we don't want that. Instead, what should happen is, it'll be sitting right on top. Yeah, let's do that. So they'll share that grid. Let's commit what we have. Update resources. Multiply by 5. Commit feature. Oh wait, was it? I forgot what happened here. Oh, not much. I guess update. Cost. Snow icon. Let's do that, yeah. Okay. Resource point is broken, so we're gonna need to go to map, container CSS. Something here needs to change. No container. No, maybe this needs to be display flex. And what was it? Flex direction column, justify content space between. Wait, what? That was weird. Let's try that with all of them. Barracks container. Barracks. Unit container. Okay. Okay. So, why is it teleport? That's weird. Yeah. What is happening? Okay. Now it's all there. Whatever I did, that wasn't right. So, go back to styles. Here. Oh yeah, let's put this in for now. Display flex direction column. What if I took out justify content? Actually, let me think about that. Unit container, flex direction. Okay, let's try. Okay, so here's how our grid looks. You're walking over. I see, that's why it teleports, is because of the width. Okay. And that's not right. So, how do I resolve that? I mean, I could center stuff. But even if I do center things, it's still gonna jump from like here to here, which not, that's not great. If it's left aligned, it will be a bigger jump. Either way, I don't want it to jump, that's the thing. And position absolute was doing pretty good. Maybe let's put that back. Map container, height, display, grid template, background, no container. Perhaps the snow should be position absolute so it doesn't move. And I would think it's the same for the buildings. Actually, I think the container should also be position absoluted. But unit container maybe not. Headquarters, position absolute. Okay, no container. We'll try it as it is. Ah, that already looks better. Sweet. So all the grids are equal. So if I send a penguin, it won't teleport anymore. Okay. Nice. Nice. That is what we want. Except it's going to the wrong column. It should really be on this column. But that's no biggie. We can resolve that. The other thing is, what happened to the snowballs? It disappeared. So, snow. Maybe this shouldn't be, oh, yes, hello.
Food?
Oh, but I just started my stream.
Wait, you don't even have your webcam.
I put a picture of myself.
You could have just asked for the webcam.
But you were using it. Okay, so what do I want to do? Alright, I'm gonna set up the webcam. I'll be right back. You can eat.
What about you? You didn't eat.
It's okay, I'll eat later. That was a long call.
Our calls are always long because we we're just like, oh, what about this? And what about that? And what about that?
It sounds like you need an agenda.
We did have an agenda. I don't even know if we accomplished our agenda.
Oh no.
But it was a good meeting. Because I think it was good because it seems like we need to
Oh, where's my USB port?
organize top left. It's here.
Here we go. Oh, I don't
this?
want that one. I want this one.
Did you want to be a part of the thing happening on Wednesday?
What's that mean?
Huh?
What's that mean?
Gonna talk about MVP, pretty much prioritize what MVP features for FemCubator should be.
Oh, I feel like my philosophy is very different from theirs. I don't think it will work out with me there.
Really? I feel like you will help a lot.
Oh, why?
In terms of, because you're cut everything kind of person. And I am too. At least from well, I'm not as bad as you, but in terms of...
Bad. I would disagree on the choice of words.
Oh, well, don't do that. Just be there for I guess we already have Carlos, so maybe I don't have to be there.
But I think Carlo is more along the lines of do a lot for MVP too.
Yeah, that's true. So maybe you should be there.
Yeah, but I don't think it'll be a productive meeting.
No, I think because we need a balance. Well, he's the decision maker, right, of your team. But we need a balance.
I'm also on stream.
Oh, hello.
Let me finish this work here and then we can talk about that.
Yes. Have a good stream.
Okay. What do I want to do? So that I need to move 2 columns to the right. And I think I lost the snowballs, right? Yeah. So Okay, yeah, I lost the snowballs. Let's go to the code. First up, let's fix the 2 columns off issue. I think that would be create unit destination x11. So maybe x13. Whoops. Yep. Okay. Okay. So the next thing was I lost the snowballs. Where did my code editor? Here we go. So we are saying don't need that. This position absolute. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Animation keyframe. Display flex direction column. Position absolute. Let's comment that out. See where we're at. Nothing. That's not good. Oh, there's something. It's just stuck there. So that's not good. With animation would calculate distance times 5. Why? I'm not sure. It must have made sense at the time, but not right now. So what happens if there's 2 units standing in the same spot? Let's do that. They kind of overlap. That's not good. So we don't want them to overlap, but that means I will need justify content for a space around, a space between. Nope. Let's look that up. Display grid space between. Grid gap. Oh, maybe not flex, but grid. Grid gap. That might be an option too. Didn't do it. So grid gap 5 to I guess 2 height. Nope. Let's send another one. They're definitely overlapping. So how do I space them out? Set the row column. Row gap, grid column gap. Column gap, okay. Nope. Oh, grid area seems useful for the buildings. Justify self. Justify items. Grid. Grid template. This is new. What is that? Column gap. Grid column gap. Okay, let's try some stuff. Let's just say 50 pixels. Grid gap. And this was justify items. What's it called? The space between. Let's try align items. I'm just throwing stuff out there. Let's see what happened. Nothing. Okay. That didn't work. Maybe that's redundant. I already have one on the outer. Justify self. No. Why is it falling out of the map? Okay. enter stretch space around space between. What about if you had, here we go, space around, space between. That's kind of what I was trying. Justify content, space between. That's not what I want. That also is not what I want. Unit container is under map container, which is display grid, unless this needs to go here. Nope. Darn. Could it be because unit container snowball HP is position absolute. The unit is not position absolute. Barracks, whatever. Headquarters, whatever. I feel like I don't need that. And also, let's, that's weird. So they just overlap. Okay. Display grid. Space between not working. So each image is taking up the full width, is what it's saying. What if, hold on. Display grid. Two elements in the same grid. Alright, there we go. Where did it open? Here. Oh shit. Okay, that's good information. So it's not designed to do what I want to do unless I tweak it a bit. So snow container, we want position absolute for the snow, just the mountain. Same thing for headquarters and barracks. We don't ever want those to move. However, unit container, we want this to be display, flex, justify content, space between, align items, space between. So unit HP snowball. Okay, let's take a look. Didn't work. How do we, let's say, unit container. Nope. Oh, that's not what I want. Not quite. Control the stack with C index. That's not what I want either. Okay, I think I have a hack. What if I offset each one by like 10 pixels based on your index number? So if I have 3, then the first would be 10 pixels over, second would be 20 pixels over, third would be 30 pixels over. That'll do the job, but it sounds quite hacky and might cause problems down the line. So maybe don't do that actually. But what I could do instead is maybe have them step around each other. So like if there is something here, then and I'm headed in that direction, it'll just go diagonal and go back around. That would require some change in the API. Yeah, let's do it that way. I feel like it's more of a long-term solution. So we could close all this styling stuff. That's not gonna help. And I'll take note of that. Units should walk around each other. Okay. Okay. I think we're done with our positioning stuff, so... Oh right, the snowball. I lost the snowball. Where did the snowball go? It's just not doing it. Oh wait, there it is. Went too far. Maybe, I don't know what grid this is on. Is it on 3? I think it's starting here, and that's why I walked up here. That looked weird, whatever the case. And the snowball wasn't moving, so draw from rate 0, top 0 to, I don't know, let's put position absolute back. Wait, what just happened? No idea. Let's send. So they are on the same spot? I don't know what the heck. It's just not there. Alright, I'm gonna make that a different ticket. Snowballs disappeared. Okay, so the next thing is scout able to capture a resource point. Okay. We'll commit this stuff. Style. I guess resources. Position. Or actually, it was the whole grid. That's fine, I'll make that a separate commit. Okay, I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes. Okay, so if we want our scout to capture a resource point, we're gonna need to do that in the API. Where in the API? Probably let's first take a look at our schema. And no, actually seed data. So we have this scout. Okay. And awareness. Do we mention scout anywhere? No, we don't. Well, we're gonna need to. So let's say it takes 15 seconds to undo. Actually, I need to look at more information before I decide. So let's look at types. We have resource point, captured by, attempt capture by, and count. Let's see, where do we reference captured by? Oh, there's a function, capture resource point. That looks promising. Let captured by equal resource point dot captured by count resource point. Okay. So it looks like the work for the API is done. It just needs to be received on the front end. Well then, let's go to app. We'll add case resource. What is it called? Oops. Capture resource point. And add map container where we have character structure, enemy barracks, headquarters, resource point. Resource point, span, image. Let's have AP tag here. Resource point dot captured by resource point dot attempt capture by This is just for visual confirmation. It's not going to hang around. Okay, so what is that, 0? Oh, that's the count. So maybe let's do resource. Oops. Resource point dot. Yeah, no, undo. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we're gonna send a scout. It's capturing the point. The count should be going up, but I don't see it. In fact, there's no capture resource point. So what happened? Create unit. Capture. Okay. If resource point n is destination reached and troop title capture resource point. Did this happen? That did not happen. Okay. If resource point and destination and troop dot title. So which one of these is false? Oh shit. Undo. Destination. Resource point is false. Resource point. That's because I shifted the x-axis by 2 points or 2 positions. What to do? If I change it back to 11, no, I could just do add 2. Resource point. Oh, actually, -2. And position y triple equals da da da. I think it was +2. There we go. So here it's what? Oh, the team is bottom. Okay, and the count is not going up. We counted once and it stopped. So if we go back to this function, we need to call it again. That's what Yeah, we need to call it again. Oh, shoot. So if resource point captured, temp captured, count is 0. So we're resetting if it's claimed by the enemy. So if we're counting, we're gonna want to call this again. Captured by resource point. Count. Huh. Hold on. Count equals resource point dot count. Resource point dot count. Yeah, let's just use the object itself. Hold on. Okay, let's do const resource point updated equals a copy of resource point updated dot count. Hold on, all of these things, I feel like, oh, okay, resource point dot blah blah blah. Okay. reassigned. Ah, shoot. Destination gets reassigned. So these should be resource. Current player updated. Shit. Unit updated. Alright. Equals. Oh boy. Unit updated. Right. And what would I do with that? I guess. Yeah, that makes sense. Let's test that out. Didn't work. Wait, what is all this stuff? Capture resource point. It called it a bunch of times. Okay. As a matter of fact, it looks like 15 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. They have approximately 15. So that was weird. Plus equal 1. Resource point updated dot count. That's okay. Console dot log resource point updated dot or resource point dot count. Capture resource point gets called how many times? 15. Okay. And it happened all immediately? There's no set timeout, is there? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay. Set timeout. Two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, So you've captured the point. Nice. Why doesn't it say that though? Oh, you. Hello. Attempt captured by. Oh, I see. Okay. Let's make that more clear. Okay. So actually, that reminds me of info container. The syntax. This. Did not have to do that. Wait, what did I do? Oops. Yeah, that's better. Okay. Hey, yeah, I'm good. How are you? Alright, so let's make a scout. It should capture. Okay, attempting by the bottom team. Counting. When it hits 15, it should say captured by bottom. Good, okay. So then once its job is done, it should return to headquarters. Where's that? Destination. Current player, another resource, destination. If another resource point, it'll go to that. If not, it'll go back to headquarters. But, whoops, cancel. I'm gonna need to call move unit. Where would be a good spot for that? I guess here. Game ID, unit ID, cell would be unit updated. And that would be game dot current player dot and unit dot. Oops. Okay. Import. I think it would be here. No. It is in utils. Okay. Since we're in the same folder, you can do that. Okay. What is this? To do, recursively call this. Okay. If unit HP is greater than 0, don't rely on the game that was passed in. What? Front end needs to receive, so I did this and I did this, but what is this? Don't rely on the game that was passed in. Oh, check unit HP greater than 0. Okay, so I mean, it's not really a concern because if the unit doesn't have any HP, it would have gotten removed. Ah, but we keep recycling the unit. So, oh, that's not good. Because then, oh, I see. Okay. We need an up-to-date unit every single time. How do we do that? Let's get a new game. This. Okay. So I should probably receive the game ID instead, and also the current player ID, and also the unit ID. Oh boy, these should all be IDs. That changes some stuff. What is the resource point? Resource point game.resourcepoints.find the resource point. Okay. I guess resource point can stay as it is. Oh, I'm in the US. So, what about you? Where are you from? Instance. I guess. Current player. That would be game.players.find player dot underscore ID triple equals current player ID, unit ID. Oh boy. Current player updated dot units dot find unit where unit ID is unit ID. Why is this red? And all of this stuff is red. Okay. Current player. Oh, okay. a couple engineers who could help. Oh, you're from New York? New York too, cool. So you could send a resume to me and I could review it myself, and also I could pass it over to a friend to get a second review. Let's see, what would be a good channel for that? How about... Oh, can you DM me on Twitch? Is that a thing? I don't know. Oh, you're on YouTube, actually. So I don't think you could DM. But what can we do? How about hit me up on the meetup page here. Let me find it. This one. And we could get in touch. Copy, paste, send. What is your background? Did you study in college? Self-taught? And what are you interested in, like web development or back-end, front-end? Okay, so now if I did that right, it should, oh, I didn't do that right because it's not even counting anymore. What did I change? Find of undefined. Find of undefined. Find current player. Game.players.find line 16. Units.find current player updated is undefined. Game.players.find player player.id current player ID. So what is game.players? And what is current player ID? Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a good start. That's how I started too. I was learning from YouTube, did some Codecademy. There's a learning platform for code. And then when I found I was very interested, like to keep going deeper, and that's when I signed up for a boot camp and took it further. In front end, yeah, same. I'm developing right now in React and JavaScript, and in my full-time job, I'm primarily a front-end engineer. Any different thing? Yeah, I think it's a good start, especially if you're trying to break into the software engineering realm. There's just more positions open for front end. That's cool. Yeah. Oh, thanks. But I'm still pretty new. I mean, like I've been working for a year and a half now, so there's still a lot for me to learn. But I started working on this particular project because I felt like learning code was very intimidating, at least for me. It was like I've been interested since I was a kid. Like I was in middle school and I was playing around with MySpace and whatnot, and I thought it was really cool, but then I was afraid. Like I went to college, I had a choice to major in comp sci. I had the grades for it, but I was just convinced I wasn't smart enough. So I wussed out and I did project management instead, and I got a degree in that only to realize, hey, actually I do want to code, and that's when I found the Code Academy, started learning on my own, and yeah, it was a big, like 10-year plus circle. So now that I have a little bit of experience on me, I started building this website, which is a game to help people like get over that fear of coding is so difficult. So I'm like making little tiny lesson plans. As the player levels up, the code gets a little more complicated. And yeah, this is still like very MVP prototype, but I think it'll be helpful to the world. Okay. So let's test this one more time. Okay, we've got game.players ID. What else? Current player ID is an object. That's not good. We want actual ID. So capture resource point, current player. Oh, all of these are wrong. It should be ID. Unit ID. Okay, that should fix it. All right, no, not all right. Find of undefined, same thing. Current player updated dot units is undefined. What is current player updated? Player ID, current player ID. Oh, I see. This needs to be, whoops. This needs to be game ID, current player ID, and unit ID. Okay. Okay, counting. So when it finishes capturing this resource point, it should now return back to headquarters. Hopefully. Okay. It did not. Alright, so what happened? Nothing, basically. Alright, so capture resource point. is greater or equal to 15. Resource point, we're changing the information. Oh, this also needs to be here. That's, so like, I think this is to like go to the next resource point when you're finishing capturing one, and this is to go back to headquarters. But also, I only have one resource point at the moment, so that was pre-optimizing. Maybe I should make a second and a third. That could be later. And on this side, if we make a barracks and send a penguin out to attack, it should chase that guy. Oh shoot. It went to the wrong headquarters. So where do we determine destination? It's not that it went to wrong headquarters, it's because I sent out an enemy and it started chasing the enemy, so we don't want that. We'll just let it finish and see what it does. Hey, captured by bottom, attempting by bottom. That doesn't make sense. So if you already have it, you shouldn't try to. And it is going to the wrong headquarters. So let's swap the two. This will be 20 and this will be 3. Also, if you own that point, you should not try to capture it. Captured by not equal. So this is a good point to do console.log 1, 2, I think I already see the problem. It's not hitting this block. So it's going to the else, and it's just calling this again. We need a condition where if the point is captured, then just go back to headquarters. Yeah. I think this would be it. Let's see, I can relate. Oh, that's really cool, dude. You did that all on your own, like self-taught. That's impressive. Yeah, resumes are hard. I like redid mine maybe like 6 times before I finally landed my first job. And like a lot of it is also luck. I feel like, especially the first job, because there's not much on your resume. All you have is like the projects or your portfolio, and that's like every applicant. No, they're gonna be in a similar position. So it does come down to like, will people give you a chance to even give you like a phone screen? And then once you get that phone screen, it's really more about like how you present yourself to keep going forward in the interview round. I think what helps is having like the layout of your resume, the most important skills like what's your tech stack, relevant technologies that the company's using in relation to what skills you have. Like you want that forefront where it's like if a person while scanning your resume for like 3 to 7 seconds, you want to make sure within that first second they're spotting the stuff that is relevant to their company, which is hard to do and annoying because you got to change it up for every single company. But that's what I mean. That's how I did it, and it worked out-ish. Well, but what I do regret is not trying to reach out to my network instead. I was too shy. But if I were to do it over, that I definitely would have invested more time into like relationships rather than cold emailing companies or like applying through job search websites, because then it's just like you're competing against hundreds and thousands of people. Whereas if you got a referral from a friend, you skip that whole line. And I didn't realize how different of a interview experience that would be until I got into a company and people were asking me for referrals. And whenever I did submit a referral to HR, they like got an interview immediately. It was like the next day. So it was just like eye-opening for me. It was like a wildly different experience. Whereas when I was applying online, it could be months before they respond. So, what was I doing? Oh yeah. So if we already captured the point, we probably don't want to recapture it. That's pointless. If resource point captured by wait, what? Undo. Let's do else if there. Okay. Resource point dot captured by triple equals current player dot updated dot team. Then we want to do this. Probably could pull this out there, right? Yeah. Okay. Else if resource point otherwise we want to count to increase. Yeah, it was pretty sad experience applying without knowing when you're gonna get a response. It was crazy though, because then the first 3 months while I was applying, it was just nothing, and then in the third month it was like everything hit at once. I got interviews like lined up back to back, and I think it kind of made sense because then if the companies are waiting like a month or two before they respond, then it's gonna happen like in the third month, after having applied to like 100 jobs. But realistically, you're only gonna get about 10% of what you apply to that will want to give you a phone screen, so it's not that overwhelming. I found angelco.com to be the most effective, or it was angel.co, because then they are more, was it Angel? Yeah. So angel.co. They're more lean towards startups, and startups are more willing to take a chance on new developers, whereas like giant corporations, they're more about like the CS degree, making sure you're like exceptional at algorithms and you have like 5 years of experience even though you're applying to an entry-level role. So like in terms of getting a response back, I found startups were just much more open. I'd say like for every two, no, not even, maybe three. For every 3 resumes I sent out, I got one response from startups. Whereas for mid-sized to large companies, for every 10, I got 1 response. And a response doesn't necessarily even mean like they want to offer a interview. It was just like it was a rejection, so a lot of times it was quite painful. But I'd rather get that rejection up front than like get let on. And it was like I'm trying to know like I'm trying to organize who I have a shot with and who I don't, and if they ignore you, it kind of messes up that whole plan. Yeah, it kind of makes sense because then with startups, they're like they're more open to risks, and as a new engineer, we are kind of a risk because there's no data supporting that we're good at what we say we can do. Whereas if you had some experience, then you know that's easier to determine risk. Okay, I think we can test this again. All right, so capture the point and go home, please. Darn it. It's probably because we finished capturing the point here, and we need to call this in order to hit our first if statement, this one. If we don't call it again, we'll never get here, so we'll never get here. Okay, so what's a reasonable spot? This is to take down the enemy's point. This is, we completed taking over the point, so this is the right spot for that. Let's call it there, which will bring us up back to the top, and we'll get here. Okay, that's good. Captured the point, head home. The only thing left would be, what if someone was attacking you while capturing the point? Also, if I already captured the point, why is the second guy still going there? You shouldn't do that. Oh, he's just gonna go and come back. That's silly. I think I could resolve that with create unit destination. Oh yeah, here we go. Okay, if title scout destination current team XY. Okay, so that should not be like that. Oops. Let destination equals, alright, fine, whatever. But we're gonna have another if current player dot resource points dot length triple equals game dot resource points dot length, which means you captured all the resource points. Destination should be your headquarters, which we can get from here. Okay, that should prevent the second guy from trying to capture a point that you already have. I gotta think about how to redesign this. Maybe a flag, and then the color would be dependent on top or bottom. Attempting by, probably could just ignore it altogether. Alright, so now the point is mine. I'm gonna send a second guy. He really shouldn't have gone out, so this is not working. Destination, if current player dot resource, let's console log this. Current player resource, game dot resource. In the meantime, let's see. Game dot resource points, which is a length of 1. Current player dot resource points is empty, but when we create the second unit, that should be different, right? Because I captured that point. So game dot resource points, no wait, this one. Current player dot resource points is still empty. That's not correct. Oh, I never updated the database. That happens here. Shoot. What's a good solution to that? Maybe this can be in a function. And then I could call it here, call it here, call it there. Yeah, so 3 spots. And also need to update the front end, so I'll take all of this. Oops. Async. I'm gonna want game ID, current player ID, unit ID. Actually, no, that's not right. I'm gonna want resource point updated, current player updated, and unit updated. Resource point updated. Dot ID. Wait, what? No. Current player. And game ID. Okay, so that will update the game. And gonna need to take all of that. Why is this not ID? I think it should be. Okay, and where do I want to call this? Here? Okay. Set timeout. Don't need to wait. Just do it. Okay. Alexa, turn on the lights. Okay. So this could be a flag and maybe like a bar instead of this. Okay, it's done. So I should have that resource point now. If I create a second unit, that didn't work. Resource point is still empty. Why do? Capture resource point. Update game instance. Send game. Capture resource point. Does it have to do with this? I don't remember. Why was that the way it was? Let's look at the difference. So update game used to be this. Resource point. It was the entire object. So Okay, I'll just keep it consistent. Current player updated resource points. Player dot resource points. Current player dot resource points. It's just not doing it. I wonder, console.log. This is happening. Okay. Okay, that's counting. So this is working. Problem though is when we finished capturing the point, move unit got called, update game probably should have happened. Resource point, unit update. Resource point captured by current player updated resource points. Current player updated dot resource points plus this resource point. And we're gonna update the game, but I'm gonna also call capture resource point right away. Hey Jindo, what's up? I think we need to await this guy before calling that guy. Otherwise, we are gonna get a stale game object. Which code is this? The same app. This coding game thing. Yeah, it's a little bit better than before. Now you can type some code to do stuff. That's new. I made a shortcut though, so I don't have to do this while developing. So we don't want to make a barrack. Oh, I guess we can. The number of barracks. Do you think? So like, the idea is this code will gradually get more difficult as players level up. But I don't know. Is this feasible? Because this is still like the beginning of the game and it's so much typing. So I'm not sure. Yeah, Irish drew everything. Except for the layout. She hasn't gotten to it yet, which is why it looks so whatever. It's because I don't know how to design for shit. Alright, so whoops. If we, let's see, go back here. I want to await this, so we update the game first before we do the next thing. That way we don't have outdated info. The next thing would be moving unit. At this point, I want to make sure that current player game instance, what do I want to make sure? The current player's resource point is correct, right? Yeah. So let's refresh. Okay. We can also confirm what's going on here. Okay, so you captured the point, current player, resource point's good. So you have it now. If we create a second scout, here we go, resource points 1 and resource point 1. So it didn't go out to the iceberg, it stayed home. That's good, that's what we want. All right, so that's a feature wrap. I'm gonna commit this code. Where's all these console logs coming from? Yeah, thanks, Jindo. I'll stop by your channel tonight too. Been so busy with work, and yeah, you heard Aris and I are gonna help a friend out with a non-profit, so there's more work. But yeah, it was good seeing you. Commit. Scout does not, oh actually, after capturing point, head back to HQ. Okay. Resources, resource point info. Okay, so capturing a point is done. The scout should not fight, right? So if we don't want the scout to fight, I think that's pretty simple. It should be in the awareness function somewhere in here. Current player for each unit. Is enemy in range. Values to change, HP, and update. That's it. Okay. So I should probably filter out unit.title triple equals scout. Oh wait, not equal to scout. So I'll keep everything that is not a scout. Those are the ones who will that should solve it. Double check. So let's say this guy makes a barracks, sends a penguin, and then you will send a scout. It should just walk right past it. It did? I can't tell. Maybe you should have let it went further. Okay, I'll send another one. I don't know what's happening anymore. It got so messy. Restart. Oh, good. It walked right by. That's what we want. Okay, good. So that's problem solved. Next on the list. Units should not stand in the same grid. That's pretty hard. I'm gonna save that for a different day. Waddle is weird. I guess. Nah, I don't really want to work on that right now. All the other stuff is styling. Maybe I could just group that into its own thing, and then I could knock it all out in a row. And I only have 7 minutes left, so I guess we'll take a break here. Continue after dinner. So let's see, where are we at right now? Let's restart the server, remove the grids, map container, grid, this stuff. Okay. So suppose I was playing for real. I would type this stuff to create a barracks. Oh. Uh-oh, I didn't do anything. That's not good. But that did. So, what happened? I think level 5 is broken. Lesson, what would I call it? Constants. Okay, so we've got lesson, headquarters, barracks, headquarters, barracks. Okay. this work? Alright, I'm not gonna worry about it for now. That's level 5. We're probably not gonna hit level 5. So, TS level. Let's make this level 1 and level 1. Just need to make sure the first 1 or 2 levels is working good. Okay, const building equal barracks. And I'm gonna want a scout const character equal scout. Same thing here, maybe not. I'm gonna make a penguin. Okay, so, oh, it's missing HP. Where did it go? Okay, so they're confronting each other, but where did the HP go? Map container. HP barracks. Maybe position relative? Yeah. Okay. It's in a weird spot, but I think I could fix that. Init container justify content. No, flex direction. Column. Yeah, that's better. Const character equal penguin. Yeah, okay. As a matter of fact, should these be position absolute? I mean, it looks okay, so I'll just leave it alone. Alright. Alright, I think we could stop here. Const character equals penguin. Right, so like what if they fought? Barracks. Const, I don't want that one. Let's say I want this one. Character equals slinger. Okay. Sure. And it's attacking the building. Good. Okay. So what if we had a bunch. Huh. So it looks like we're not doing much damage. These buildings have too much HP. Maybe drop it down by half? Yeah, let's drop it down by half. Not seed, but yes, seed. I would say maybe 300, yeah. And this can be 200. Oh, I can see how this repetition helps, at least with the learning. But problem is I'm not really paying attention to what's happening in the map. I'm too focused on the typing. So maybe there needs to be less space in between so I can observe both things. Okay, so that building is taking some damage. It's almost done. All right, there we go, there we go. Okay, 0, done. So it should be game over at that point. Well, which I didn't do. Okay. But I don't know. That was. Maybe if I full screen it, let's see. Oh, that's even further away. So like I'm quite disconnected from the gameplay since I'm so focused on the code. This is a design problem. I am gonna have to talk to Iris about this. Yeah, if I take my eyes off of the code, yeah, I'm just not confident what I'm hitting, because this has to be like an exact match for it to send out a penguin. But I think a resolution to that would also be if I made the things more expensive, so then you don't have, like, it doesn't feel like you have unlimited resources and you're just constantly typing, and then it's just a matter of who types faster wins. So like there'll be some pause in between and you'd have to consider strategy and how you use your resources. Yeah. Like right now, I'm typing as fast as I can, and I'm not really eating up the resources that much. I was at 510. By the time I finish this, I'm back at 510. So that's pretty much like, well, 505, like unlimited resources. We don't want that. So maybe what I'll do is I'll double the cost of all the units. Let's go to here. So this can be 50, 70, and 80. Okay. Oops. So I'm at 275. So I've made like 3 or 4. That's still too much. Maybe the building should cost more too. 1,000, or just start with less stuff. Yeah, maybe start with less stuff. So if these cost 80, right? At most 70, 80, 250 might be too much. So in the beginning of the game, let's start with 150 or just 100. Yeah, let's do 100. So like you gotta really think things through. Okay. Okay, const building equal barracks. Const character equal scout. Oh, actually, these two should be swapped. In the beginning of the game, you probably want to make a scout before anything else, because then it is a race to capturing the point. I'll make a ticket for that. Headquarters should default create scout. Okay, but let's try this whole thing again. So I'm gonna want to start with scout, const character equals scout, and then make a barracks, const building equal barracks. And then I'm gonna want to make a penguin. Okay, so I will be able to make a scout and a penguin. And if I'm really slow at typing 2 penguins, I think that's more reasonable. Yeah. Okay. The other thing is I'm probably going to want hotkeys to switch between these 2 options instead of clicking. Same thing here. So that way the player's always on the keyboard. But then also the original problem of this feels very disconnected from this. Maybe it's because my screen is too big. I don't know what the deal is, but I'm gonna have to figure out a solution to that. Maybe this could just take up the whole map, and this will just hover over it and have like transparent background. I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out. Okay, but that'll be it for now. I'll see you guys later.